What is going on, guys? My name is Energy Pants, and today I'm here to bring you guys a really cool video. So, one of the cards that I was really excited about when Astro Radiance came out was Hisuian Samurott V ASR. I just think the card is cool. Samurott V ASR is cool. Yeah, and I was really excited about it. And I've been kind of thinking recently on how to make this like super fun and how to I've been building so many like crazy like Yoga Loop decks recently with like Inteleon VMAX and like a bunch of stuff. And I thought this was like, I think this is one of the first initial thoughts was with Yoga Loop with this, but I've kind of like not refined so much as just like conceptualized this list. And I really want to show it to you guys today. And it's kind of a little bit still in testing. You're going to see a video today where you're going to see exactly what I'm going to try to go for with this. I'm going to kind of explain everything and like why things are the way they are in this deck list. So obviously this Hisuian Samurott V ASR, 2 energy, an extra 110 damage if it has damage counters on it. The Mooncleave Star V-Star power puts 4 damage counters on something. Now that works perfectly with Sobbles because you put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Sobble and then you can Yoga Loop it next turn. Now, like I said, I think, in my opinion, and this is kind of what I was going for with this deck, is that in the Palkia just does this so much better than you do. Like, Palkia plays the Hisuian Samurott V ASR game plan so much better than Hisuian Samurott. So, like, in my opinion, really, like, the way this game works at this point is you have to be taking one-shots. Or, if you're not taking one-shots, you have to have some sort of caveat to your deck, to your archetype, that makes up for the fact that you're not taking one-shots. Now, the problem with Hisuian Samurott is that Hisuian Samurott falls short in the damage department. You might not be taking all those one-shots every single turn. You might have to wait around a few turns or do whatever, take shots and then take a knockout next turn. But what is the caveat to Hisuian Samurott's missing KOs? And in my opinion, the best thing you can do, or not the best thing, but one thing that I'll come up with that you can do, especially in the Palkia matchup, is basically build a board of like Drizziles. Go first, and on your second turn, Drizzile, evolve all the Drizziles possible to set you up for Inteleons, and then on the second turn of the game, Mooncleave Star to put 4 damage counters on a Sobble, and then you're able to Medicham V, Yoga Loop, take an extra turn, evolve those Drizziles into Inteleons, and accelerate your entire game plan by a full turn, thus getting Inteleons into play and then being able to take one-shots so much more consistently. You fast forward the game by a turn and you've got your Inteleons in play faster. And that's like the main reasoning behind this Medicham the V combo with the Hisuian Samurott, is that you kind of make up for losing your V-Star power to Yoga Loop by taking a prize and then being able to place 4 damage counters every single turn with the Inteleon, and then forwarding your gameplay so you don't have to you're taking prize cards, you're accelerating the game, you're moving Sobbles from your opponent's board, and you're accelerating your Inteleons into play. Is it dumb? I don't know. I'm still testing it out. Obviously, this isn't a high-level deck or whatever, but I'm just trying to improve the Palkia V-Star matchup and have some fun. So you do that with the Medicham V. Like I said, long story short, second turn of the game, you Hisuian Samurott V-Star power a Sobble, and then you Yoga Loop that Sobble to take another turn, and then set up your quick shooting Inteleons to be able to take knockouts from there. You guys will kind of see what I'm going for with this deck in that sense in the video and the gameplays later on. But one of the ways that I find that is really helpful to kind of use this game plan and really makes this actually work more than you think it would is with the Piers. Now, Piers is a card that not a lot of people like, but I actually love this card. I'll put this card in as many decks as I possibly can because I think Piers is much better than people give it credit for, because Piers finds any energy card, it's energy search, and it finds darkness Pokemon. Now this is great because this can find your Zigzagoon V for damage counters if you need it. This can find your basics, this can find your evolution Pokemon, and one thing that people really don't take into account is that if you play this with a low enough hand size, you can use Crobat V immediately afterwards, and it is also a draw supporter in that sense. But what this does in this deck is it gets you your Samurott V. Ideally, what this will do on the second turn of the game is it will get you your Samurott V ASR, and it will get you the Rapid Strike energy needed to Yoga Loop. It will pull the Rapid Strike from the deck. So essentially what you can do is, and it just pieces the deck together so well, because you evolve a Drizzile, you Piers for either Crobat to draw or Samurott to evolve and be able to Mooncleave Star, and then you get the Rapid Strike energy. So you can attached to the Medicham. You switch out of the active or do whatever you got to do with Scoop Net or whatever you got to do, and then you attach the abstract energy that you pull with your Piers, and then you can Yoga Loop. So that's kind of the gist of the deck, is that you're kind of like turn 2 of the game. If you set up the board state that you need to do, you can play the Medicham, play the Piers, get their abstract energy guaranteed, and then attach, and then Yoga Loop. So it's a really cool concept that I'm trying out, just a really fun concept to be able to kind of like Yoga Loop consistently. We're playing the standard Sobble Drizzile engine, you know, the rest of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. We're playing the Bird Keeper to get your Medicham out of the active and draw 3 cards. Could be replaced with Switch or something, you know, just like... That's why we're playing 4 Scoop Net 4 Level Ball, because it's incredibly important to get out the cards as you need them. It's incredibly important to switch the stuff out of the active to Yoga Loop. It's incredibly important to get as many Drizziles down on turn 2 as possible to be able to Rapid Strike and to be able to Inteleon on the next turn. And that's kind of the gist of the deck. You guys are going to kind of see how it works out in this video. We actually have a game against Palkia VSTAR you guys are going to see, and hopefully you get the idea of exactly what I'm going for. If not, like, it's not the perfect execution of what I'm going for, but you guys are going to kind of get the idea of the general flow of the Yoga Loop potential with the Samurott VSTAR deck, and in essence kind of what that does for this deck. And my idea is basically with the Yoga Loop, the turn 2 Yoga Loop to accelerate the game a turn, get your abstract Inteleons into play, to be able to ping for damage and guarantee the damage with the Mooncleave Star, or rather with the Merciless Blade rather. So yeah, hopefully you guys see what I'm going for with this deck. You know, and that's basically the deck. I know the explanation probably went a little longer in this one, but there's a lot of stuff I wanted to say, talk about, and all that cool stuff. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you feel so inclined. It really helps me out. I've got some really cool ideas coming down the pipeline with some really cool deck lists, stuff I want to try out, and stuff that I'm going to have a lot of fun with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, if you did, leave a like, press that subscribe button. There's going to be more content coming down in the way, and I'll see you guys next time. Later. Alright, so here we go. We're going in with the first game for our Hisuian Samurott and Inteleon deck. We're going to start off with a nice and clean mulligan, looking clean, looking cool. You love to see it. Go on second, getting that mulligan, giving that mulligan to our opponent. Really fun stuff. You know, you gotta love it. So we're going to see if we can get some kind of at least a good start here. You know, the good news about going second with a Inteleon deck is that we will have the opportunity to keep calling with our Sobble and really get our engine going. Aside from that, our hand is actually looking pretty decent here, to be honest. Looks like we're going up against Darkrai VSTAR, so sadly we're not going to be able to test out our cool, what's it called, play, but our opponent is playing the Coughing. I don't know why you would ever play this Coughing over the Ascension Coughing, but that is just me. Our opponent is going to be able to attach the Darkness Energy. And the good news is, though, is the Darkrai VSTAR really is not going to be able to ramp up to really threaten a boss KO on our benched Samurott. We're going to get right here with the Quick Ball. So I'm kind of thinking we're going to go Sobble, bench a Sobble, Quick Ball, a Quick Ball this for the Samurott, Dark Patch to the Samurott, and maybe I'm thinking kind of Crobat instead, but it's going to be kind of hard. I'm kind of hoping we draw another Quick Ball or something along those lines to kind of, you know, kind of progress our engine here, because that play would really leave us with a dead hand. So he's going to Pokestop, but we do actually have the Pokestop of our opponents to be able to, you know, utilize our opponent's thing. I didn't say. This thing never says what they add. So we get the Bird Keeper. We're going to bench this. Let's go for the Pokestop first to see if we draw another Quick Ball. We draw an Evolution Incense, which is literally the thing we don't want to draw. I think we're actually going to Quick Ball into, or Bird Keeper into this other Sobble, and we're going to go ahead and use this with our Medicham in the discard pile, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and attach here. Quick Ball away this for a Samurott to bench. And we're really not looking too bad here. We're going to bench the Samurott, Dark Patch to the Samurott to get that energy attachment for turn. And I think with this hand, we just keep calling for 2 Sobble on the bench. A 4 Sobble play here is really good for us. I think we're looking good. I'm not really feeling threatened by my opponent's board state at all, really, in order for my opponent to threaten a boss KO. He's going to play another EXP share onto the Coughing, which is cool. I like that. If he's going to be able to evolve into the Wheezing, he's going to be able to do some cool stuff. So I think we discarded a Boss's Orders and a Medicham. from that. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. The Medicham wasn't really going to be too useful in this matchup though, so that's kind of good. Opponent is going to discard a few cards from the research. Both of their Weezings, or 2 Weezings are in the discard pile, which is really unfortunate for my opponent. And here comes the energy switch. So there's the energy onto his Darkrai VSTAR. He doesn't have any items in this card, so if he does manage to find his Darkrai VSTAR here, he's not going to be able to pull any. Yeah, our opponent's rocking a dead hand right now. He's going to be able to swing for like 60, 90 damage or something. So he's going to be able to get the KO on this, but we ourselves are looking at a pretty nifty KO on return KO onto this Darkrai VSTAR. So, you know, obviously we're looking clean here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna evolve here. And we're gonna grab ourselves the Piers because that is gonna get us the guaranteed energy. And this is why I love Piers in this deck, because Piers is gonna be able to grab us anything we could possibly want in terms of like, you know, this is why I like the Piers, because Piers also works to draw supporters. So we're gonna be able to grab this and the Darkness energy, and we're gonna be able to refill our hand after we Ultra Ball and do all these shenanigans. So we're going to be able to attach the energy here. And from here, the world is kind of like our oyster. We're going to go ahead and we kind of want a Quick Ball, which I think is good. I think a Quick Ball is really nice here. So we're going to go Evolution Incense for the Drizzile. We're going to go grab ourselves a Quick Ball for another Samurott. Maybe, you know, like I said, the world is our oyster here. So we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a Quick Ball and Dark Patch and all that good stuff. Actually, we need a Choice Belt is what we need here. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this. We're gonna get the Choice Belt to kind of really push that damage. Gonna go ahead and grab the Choice Belt. So now we are doing 220, 250. So yeah, that's the KO. That's really all we needed there. We're going to go ahead, Quick Ball away the Ultra Ball, grab ourselves another Samurott on the bench. I mean, it's not looking good for our opponent because our opponent is discarding all their good draw supporters. We're kind of looking good. I'm going to go see. We grab the Level Ball and the Quick Ball. I'm kind of thinking we don't need that, but we're actually going to Level Ball for the Zigzagoon. It's not there. That's fine. We're going to whiff it. We're going to Quick Ball away the Ultra Ball and don't really want any of these. And then Crobat, throw the Crobat down, see if we can't find ourselves a Dark Patch, which we don't find, but that's okay because we got the Scoop Up Net in hand. We're just going to go ahead and Moon Cleave Star our opponent's active Darkrai V, and then we're just going to swing with the Merciless Blade. 250 damage, 290 damage onto our opponent's Darkrai VSTAR, enough to take the knockout. He's going to be able to kind of EXP share his energy to the bench, which is fine with me because we're going to be taking 2 prizes and our opponent has 1 card in hand. We have like resources to Drizzile, among other things, I believe. We have a Drizzile still up in the deck, but either way, even if we don't, we have Scoop Up Net to be able to scoop up out of the active. And so we're going to be attacking with this Samurott VSTAR next turn, guaranteed, especially with the Raihan in hand. I mean, we're looking good. Quick Shooting also as well. Even if we by some miracle die here, we're still looking pretty darn clean. No real complaints here. Our opponent's going to Crobat rather, for 5 cards, but I think he's just too far behind at this point in order to, you know, do anything worth a count. There's the Darkrai V to the hand, evolving the Darkrai V. Go ahead and accelerate the energy with the Dire Flame Wings, attaching the third and second energy. He's gonna go ahead and put 2 energy. So if you got some Dark Patches, I think you can actually, you know, do some pretty good damage here. He has 3 Dark Patches in the discard pile. I think it would do him wonders right now to get those Dark Patches back with his Star Abyss VSTAR power. Lets you put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand, so you can go and grab those 2 Dark Patches, be able to accelerate 2 Darkness energy to his Pokemon. And sadly, he does not have access to the Galarian Weezing, so there he goes. He's going to Star Abyss. Otherwise, he could Dark Patch to his Weezing on the bench, and this Weezing says that each energy attached to Weezing grants 2 energy. So he does indeed grab double Dark Patch, I believe. Yep, double Dark Patch it is. It's going to accelerate to the Moltres V on the bench. 1, 2, so 6 energy. He's going to switch into the Moltres V, which I find interesting because he's going to go ahead and forfeit all 3 of his energy. He's going to go for the Aura Burn attack. He's already putting damage counters on himself with the Aura Burn attack, already giving me the knockout. So I'm going to go ahead and evolve this. I'm going to go and attach the Choice Belt. I'm going to go ahead and utilize my Dark Patch to get that energy from the discard pile. I'm going to go ahead and ping the Darkrai VSTAR to prep it for the damage next turn. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Evolution Incense to grab myself the Samurott VSTAR. And then I'm going to play the Samurott VSTAR. And then I'm going to just hold here because my hand is about everything that I could possibly ask for. Merciless Blade for the damage onto the Moltres. He's going to be able to EXP share to his Pokemon, which is cool. Actually really cool for my opponent. EXP share 1 to each. And he's still going to be able to put forth that damage, but we're going to be able to take the knockout next turn very easily with the Raihan. Unless my opponent plays some sort of Marnie this turn, which I highly doubt, but we'll see. Even in the event he does, we have the Sobble on the bench to be able to level ball into any Drizzile, potential Drizziles into our deck, if there are any left. We've already got the damage pinged onto this. We've already got the Samurott VSTAR set up with 1 energy attached. All that leaves is the Raihan. And then we should be good to go to take the last 2 prizes of the game. Our opponent has a plethora of darkness energy, but not really many dark patches to take use of that. If he does have another Galarian Moltres V, he can accelerate energy to his bench that way. He's going to dark patch even more, and he's actually going to dark patch 3 more darkness energy in the discard pile for a grand total of 6 darkness energy in the discard pile. Only 5 in play, so my opponent's going to do 30 plus. That's 5, 150, 180 damage. No Choice Belt attachments, so it's me to take the knockout on my Hisuian Samurott VSTAR, but sadly not much else from my opponent. And we're going to be able to win the game next turn with the combination of quick shooting and the good old Merciless Blade attack. So there's the Dark Pulse. Our opponent is going to take the knockout, thus activating our Raihan, and we're going to be more than clear to take this game with all the damage we have rocking on the board. So we're going to go ahead and just play this, accelerate the energy, go ahead and get that going. We're going to get the quick shooting, and we're just going to add a little bit of insult to injury here and just swing for as much damage as we possibly can. Quick shooting the Darkrai to put the damage counters on it, you know, just drops in the bucket at this point, and our opponent forfeits. So easy peasy game with going second with our Samurott VSTAR against Darkrai VSTAR. Alright, so here we go. Tails never fails. We're going to win the coin flip. We're going to choose to go first. Now we're going to see what we get. We get the Samurott VSTAR start. I actually really liking this. We're going to go Sobble in the active. I don't like not having the energy here, so I kind of like the idea of just putting the Sobble in the active and just kind of taking it passively from here. With the Sobble being in the active, that kind of opens up the plays to Dark Patch plays, but we do get the attachment, so that's very cool. And we're just going to throw all this down and pass the turn. Our opponent is playing a Mew, so we do have pretty good access to Medicham if we want. We're going to see if that play is open to us next turn. We kind of need to draw very well, considering we don't have any Drizziles. If I did have a Drizzile, if I draw a Level Ball next turn, it's kind of game on, because it's going to allow me to really get the Piers going, but we need a Quick Ball as well. But we should very well be able to kind of do that and be rocking and rolling. So I'm very excited to see what my opponent is going to do this turn and see if we can manage to pull off the Yoga Loop play and see if that really nets us an advantage, because that's the big thing I'm testing out with this deck right now, is if the Yoga Loop combo allows us to get off the advantages we're looking for. So our opponent's really just kind of like playing this Turbo Mew engine here. He hasn't really shown anything else. But again, the Turbo Mew engine, he's playing 60 HP basics that we're going to be able to kind of take advantage of here with our what's it called, ideally. So ideally here, the best top deck for us is, okay, so it is Palkia, which is cool. It is Turbo Palkia with the Ice Cube. Ideally, our best play for us this turn is to top deck a Level Ball. That's going to be our best way to kind of activate the Medicham, because we're going to be able to Quick Ball for the Medicham and then do everything like that. And that's going to be, like I said, our best pathway to victory. We're just hoping and praying for a Level Ball top deck here. Might be too good to be true, but we're going to see Dark Patch. Okay, that kind of sucks. So we're going to kind of have to like really like hope and pray on our top deck here. I think the best course of action is going to be to Air Balloon to Sobble preemptively and just go for the research here. I mean, no, what's it called? Top deck kind of blows. And yeah, this ain't looking too good for us here. Not really liking this at all. But the fact that our opponent is not evolving these anytime soon is going to be really good for us. And yeah, this hand freaking blows, man. Go into the Sobble, and yeah, this hand blows. Things are really looking good for us there to be able to pull off some cool plays with the Samurott. But sadly, the top decks were not in our favor there, so our opponent is going to be able to get the good old Palkia charged up. He's now looking to evolve that Palkia. But like I said, the cool thing is though, is that these Mews are going to be a feeding ground for us. The more Mews he plays, the better for us. There's the Capacious Bucket. He's going to be able to probably get more water energy in the discard pile with that Ultra Ball, and to be able to use that Star Portal ability to be able to accelerate lots of energy into play with that Palkia VSTAR. So it's going to go ahead and evolve, attach the Air Balloon to the Mew. Bosses orders up the Samurott VSTAR or the Samurott V. I don't think he has the one to KO here, so this is kind of risky because this is going to allow us to take the prize trade. I'm not going to do the math right now. We're just going to see how this shakes out, but I don't think he's going to have enough. My hunch just tells me. I could very well be wrong though. But like I said, I just don't think my opponent is going to have it like that. Yeah, he's not. So this opens up the door for us to really kind of like get that in our favor. I'm really tempted to just research this just because I kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, I think researching this is the best play. I know this might seem stupid, but you know, perfect. We're gonna go here, attach the Choice Belt, evolve. I'm just gonna go ahead and double Sobble, and I'm gonna double Drizzile for Dark Patch and research for next turn. I don't even have to research for next turn because I have access to the Piers, and the Piers is going to give me access to the Crobat, but I'm certainly going to get Dark Patch here to charge up the Darkness Energy I just discarded. I know that was a really greedy play, but I'm going to get the Darkness Energy I just discarded into the discard pile onto here. I'm going to Level Ball here for the other Drizzile. I have to be doing 280 damage. Right now I'm doing 220, 260... 220, 260, no, 220, 250. So I should have the knockout for sure. Because I'm doing 250 plus 40, 290. I'm doing 290 damage, so I don't need that. We're going to go here. And this is going to grab us... Is the Crobat prized? It is not prized, which is good for us. This is going to grab us... Is the Medicham prized? The Medicham is not prized, so Heavy Ball doesn't really do much for us here. We have 2 Sobbles, no Sobbles are prized. So Heavy Ball is a useless card for us at this point. We are just going to use this to grab the Evolution Incense and go from there. Probably should have been a Quick Ball, but I think it'll be okay. We're going to go ahead and use the Mooncleave Star on the active here. And then we're just going to go ahead and Merciless Blade for the knockout. So our opponent with the knockout, we're going to go ahead on the prize trade here. And looking really good. We're going to draw 2 prize cards here. We're going to get the Quick Ball and the Level Ball. So the Piers is going to allow us to, next turn, get a Yoga Loop play off. The Piers is going to get us the... I should have checked to see if the Rapid Strike Energy was prized, but I can see that next turn with the Level Ball. Actually, I know with Scoop Up Net, we should be able to get the Yoga Loop play off. It's gonna be really hard to navigate next turn, but we're gonna see what we can do. But I'm very excited to pull off some Yoga Loop plays. I think we're gonna be able to pull off some Yoga Loop plays next turn. So we're gonna see what we can pull off. It's gonna be, she's gonna Scoop Up Net the Fancy? No, yeah, the Mew. Very interesting to play the Greninja. Trekking Shoes. I might. So he's gonna Spike Draw. Spike Draw is going to get him the knockout, which is fine. That's fine with me. We're gonna play the Drizzile. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to Dark Patch to the Samurott on the bench. We're gonna Quick Ball the energy away. And we're gonna go ahead and get the Medicham if the Rapid Strike Energy is not prized. The problem is here though is we have to draw into Scoop Up Net. We're gonna Piers for Crobat and Rapid Strike Energy. We're going to attach the Rapid Strike Energy to the Medicham. This play is a little bit contingent, but we still have the Samurott VSTAR attack regardless. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna go ahead and grab our Zigzagoon. We're gonna use the Zigzagoon to ping the Palkia on the bench because we need Scoop Up Net regardless to kill the Mew on the bench. So we're going to ping this Evolution Incense for the Inteleon. I don't think it matters which Inteleon, but I'd rather Scoop Up Net the Inteleon without the Air Balloon. We're going to go here. We're going to Quick Shooting Ping the Mew. We're going to go here. We needed Scoop Up Net. We did not draw Scoop Up Net, which kind of blows. But we should be okay. That sucks. That really sucks. Our Scoop Up Net was prized, so it was really unlikely we were going to get that regardless, but we're going to go on the back foot pretty hard here. I think we just have to Merciless Blade from this point. That blows. It blows so hard. 2 Samurotts. So we might have... Yeah, so our opponent's going to be able to... we just needed the... What's it called there? We're hoping our opponent doesn't have Scoop Up Net, but our opponent played a lot of Scoop Up Nets early. They do have 4 Scoop Up Nets, so we are going to be able to Yoga Loop next turn. I'm not really sure how much mileage that's going to get us is the entire problem we have here. We are going to see if we can't... I think we could still use his Yoga Loop to our advantage, though. Like, we're still going to see if we can really capitalize on this Yoga Loop play here. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of excited still to see where this is going to go. Melanie to the active. Our opponent still has access to Star Portal. He is going to use a Star Portal here, attached to the Radiant Greninja. If he wants to, he can retreat, but retreating kind of... Temple of Sinnoh. The Temple of Sinnoh, I think, gets us here. I don't think we have any counter stadiums. No, it doesn't get us here. I think we're fine. We don't have any dark patches left. Let's go here. We have to quick ball away the super effective glasses. Get our last Samurott down. We have to Raihan to the Samurott for... Let's grab ourselves Bird Keeper. No boss's orders in the deck. We attach the energy to the Medicham because of the Temple of Sinnoh. We ping this. We retreat into the Medicham to Yoga Loop the Mew, taking a prize and another turn. It is Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net, I think, is the exact play we need. We're going to go here. I don't think we have any more Darkness Energy is the problem. I actually have to quick ball and search for it because we have 1 Darkness Energy left in the deck. So we're going to go here. We're going to thin. Just draw everything we can. It's going to suck if we don't draw this, man. Ooh, this is kind of like, this is like... Bird Keeper. Ooh, baby! Yes! We did it! Oh my gosh, that's insane. Yes, the Yoga Loop coming through, bro. Holy fudge, man. That's so insane. Merciless Blade. No belt! Dang it. Oh, no. I did everything I could. It was not enough. Oh, no. Ugh. I didn't do the math. I thought we had it. Oh, no. I was so happy. Oh, I was so happy. No belt, man. Oof. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Oof, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I showcased. I don't really think I'm going to get it much better than that. It sucks. But, I mean, hey, like, you guys kind of saw what I had going for there. I was just, like, 10 damage short. I mean, if we had the belt there, but it was just, like, we would have had it. Like, I feel like we just had so many opportunities to pull off that play there, but, like, luck was really not on our side. So, you know, I'm going to kind of chalk that one up as a win. I think you guys kind of see what I'm going for here with this kind of engine. Sucks to see that we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but, I mean, just the draw, literally, like, the draws weren't there for us. The plays were there. You guys saw the lines of play, but the draws weren't there for us. Like, I mean, you know, we missed the crucial Scoop Up Net on turns. Like, we should have had it. Our opponent played the Temple of Sinnoh, which, I mean, the Temple of Sinnoh didn't really matter, but, super fun gameplay nonetheless. I think you guys really could have seen like a lot of what I was going for there, so that's kind of cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that part of it. I think I'm gonna keep that game anyways because that was awesome. But I got so excited we were just 10 damage short, which sucks. But yeah, you guys get it.